You're all very welcome to this celebration of the 40th anniversary of the founding of Gateaux. I'm reliably assured, thought my drink was going there for a moment, I'm reliably assured that a 40th birthday or 40th anniversary is a ruby celebration. So for future quiz occasions, you can remember this, it might help you. I'm very glad to see so many of you here this evening. I hope you're all enjoying yourself. You're all very welcome indeed. I'd particularly like to welcome our pensioners, a good number of whom have come here, and some have come quite a distance to be with us this evening. You are particularly welcome. I'd also like to extend a welcome to the representatives of the trade unions who are here. I'll just refer to notes so as I get it right. We have with us this evening Paddy Shanley, Michael Carey, and Paddy Swain will be along shortly, I understand. He can't be with us for the meal. George Swan of the ETU and Tommy White of the NEETU, together with their wives, our partners. Now, I think it's entirely appropriate that all those people should be here because they have contributed a lot, and the trade union movement have contributed a lot to making Gateaux what it is today. In 1949, when our founding fathers decided to start Gateaux in Finglas, things were probably very different from the scene that we have today. Finglas itself was basically a green field. North side of Dublin wasn't developed like it is now. There was no VAT, pay-as-you-earn hadn't been heard of. Ireland was coming out of a World War situation, and there wasn't a whole lot of prosperity around. I think it was a brave decision on the part of Leslie Dacus and Eugene Home to decide to establish a bakery to manufacture cakes. And some of the decisions they took at that time have had profound effects upon the Gateaux as we know it today. For example, they decided to bake Swiss rolls. They established a relationship with Marks and Spencer, and they placed a high emphasis on quality. And these decisions, 40 years later, one can see shaped the sort of business that we have today, which we all, in one way or another, depend for a living. And so we are profoundly grateful to the people who had the foresight to start the company. And the second big event in the history of Gateaux was probably 21 years later when J. Lyons and Company acquired the business. It's interesting that it was on the 21st year of operation that they came in when the company had, so to speak, attained its majority and come of age. That obviously brought us into the fold of a very large international group, gave us a degree of corporate strength that otherwise we would not have had, and made us probably feel a good deal more secure, but also brought certain responsibilities with us, which may have been different in the previous setup. And I think that while things appeared to be very different in 1989 from what they undoubtedly were in 1949, and yet there's a consistency running through the whole thing insofar as the objectives of producing quality products at competitive prices, backed up with reliable service. They are still our objectives. They haven't changed. And so I think there's a lot of truth in the saying that the French have, that just as things change, by that much do they remain exactly the same. Now, we're celebrating 40 years of operation, and we have with us this evening a number of people who've been with us for quite a considerable period of time. And it's my great pleasure, on your behalf, to present long service awards to those people who are here, who have been with us at least 25 years. So I'm going to ask to come forward to receive their award those people who joined the company in 1964 or earlier. Perhaps Tom Burke could join me to give me a hand at this particular part of the operation. Well, Peggy Smullen, Pat Watts, and Margaret Fox. Next we have some of the men who have been 25 years with Gateaux, and they're all equally good looking to the previous recipients. Could I ask Ray O'Keefe, Ned Pigeon and Jimmy Lestrange to the board, please? Next could I ask John Fagan, Tommy Finn and Dick Cooney to come forward, please? Finally, Tommy Canavan and Noel Lyons, John Fagan. Next item, we move on to a very elite group indeed. Because the three people whom I am going to call forward have been with us for the entire 40 years of the company's existence. They have indeed given their life to Gateaux. An act of heroic and heroism which might be equal in time but isn't likely to be surpassed. Could Jack Kelly please come forward as the first one? I'd now ask Charles Holm to step forward, please. Finally, there's a gentleman named Dermot Darcy. Dermot to stick up here because he's very anxious to say a few words. He promises he's not going to sing, but anyhow. But before I pass the microphone over to him, I want to conclude by thanking the committee that organised this function this evening: Tina Harrington, Nick Coakley, Bernie Hughes and Catherine Emmett. The initiative came from the floor in Gateaux to have this function. The management were very happy to facilitate it, but the format and the way things happen were pretty well suggested and dictated by what this subcommittee determined. And I think they've done a good job, and I hope you all have an enjoyable evening. I'd like you to give me a round of applause. I'd also like to thank two of our younger and more talented bakers, Tony Doyle and David Lestrange, who baked the splendid cake which you saw. I think they did a good job. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank the management and staff of the Grand Hotel for the meal which they presented, which I thought was very enjoyable. Finally, I'd like to join with me in a toast to Gateaux, to everybody who's associated with Gateaux, to wish you and them every health, wealth, happiness and well-being. And perhaps you could stand up, please, just for a moment. And bring a toast to Gateaux. Thank you very much indeed. One time, I understand Penny that you now arrived. Penny, forward, we can do this now. Service over. Chairman wants to say a few words. Thank you very much.
You're right, Jerry. Just a few words. Later on. 40 years ago, when I came, there's been a lot of water under the bridge. I've seen an awful lot of people come and go. I made many friends, and a lot of friends here tonight, and a lot of friends have left. Some left to go to other companies, others left and retired. But quite a few over the years since I came to Gateaux have passed away. And I'd just like to remember them on this special night. 40 years ago, when I went to my foreman and I said I'm leaving to go to this new bakery, he said to me, "You're an awful fool." He said, "That won't last 6 months." So here I am, still going strong. I'm very sad to say that most of the rest of them are gone. So in the early days, we had a radio program, and we had the slogan then was over 9 million eggs, and we had a guy named Perry Brogan calling us Gateaux. I don't know whether anyone remembers that or not, but today it's something like over 60 million eggs, and Mr. Kipling is calling us something similar to Gateaux. Outdone by Harry Brogan. We had our own skiffle group in those days, and you'd be surprised when I tell you some of the names. We had Ray O'Keefe on the guitar, we had Tommy Finn on the squeeze box, a guy named, he was better known as a spoofer, McGrain on the washboard, and Tommy Cooney played the bass, which was a tea chest and a handle with a brush stuck into it. There was someone else in the group, I can't remember his name, he was on the fiddle. They did a show in the 4 provinces at the time, and I think it was Hughie Green was there, and Hughie Green spoke very highly of them, I believe, to the police. We progressed then, we started a concert in the canteen, and this was during break times, and this consisted of people going up to the mic, and the mic consisted of another brush handle with a Gateaux tin stuck on top, and it was all taken very seriously. I think that some of the people here, at least the one, I seen Jerry Fleming here tonight, and Christy Ford, Lord be good to him, and John Brennan. But the rivalry was great at that time, and they were competed for the prize. I think it was a weekend in Powerdram. When they introduced work study there, everybody got into top gear, and it was everyone filled in a sheet, and some of the sheets, the worksheets, had some funny comments on it. You had the guy on the end of the travelling oven, he put a tin in, and then he'd have to wait for the oven to take it away. He filled in his sheet, so he was working in spasms. and you had a girl then who fell in on her sheet, and she wrote she was raping bricks all day. We had some gas characters over the years. One I remember, I think he was a gardener. He used to come in every morning and he'd get up on top of the fuse box and he'd go around, he was looking for aliens. He'd come down then and he'd open the lids of the mixers and he was looking for guns. Of course, the wise guys, they all said he was looking for overtime. While I'm talking about characters here, there's one character here I can't sit down before I mention her. She's worked there nearly as long as I have, and we've had some great crack over the years, and she's very proud of being working there, and I would like to make a small presentation of my own to this Peggy Small. Everyone here that has been made a presentation tonight, some of the older people with the older services should say, would like me to say thanks very much to the directors of Gateaux for the lovely evening and the lovely presentations. On my own behalf, I would like to say thanks to everybody that's cooperated with me over the years, but more importantly, thanks very much for your friendship. Thank you.